Hey, petrol heads, we're back. I know it's been some time. Car Collection Advisors. Hey, the helmet's off, and we're going to keep it off from now on. And we're going to go through the collection, some new additions, and we're going to get this channel going again and kick it into high gear. So let's start with this. This is a new addition. This is a 2025 Corvette C8 Z06 with the Z07 package. It's the same exact spec as the one Rick Hendrick bought at Vegas, although that was a ZR1. This is a Z06. This is going to enable me to get a ZR1. I bought this from McMulkin Chevrolet. They were amazing. They gave me a phenomenal deal on it, and they put me on an interest list for the ZR1, and I'm sure they're gonna get me one, and I think that's gonna be an incredible car. This is a 599 GTB Fiorano, one of my favorite cars. The way it slopes down, but this is just a great car. It's mid-engine, Enzo motor. Motor is basically right here. That's how it can slope down. You have a great view. Love the look of it. Ceramic brakes, challenge wheels, no sticky buttons. It's like a 9,000 original mile car, and Nero Daytona, which has the metallic. 430 Spider, ceramic brakes, challenge wheels, manual transmission, has the Capristo headers, and this thing is super fast. The manual makes it. Fun car. GTR, gold ceramics with gold calipers. Such a nice touch. Yellow belts, yellow stitching. Adaptive cruise control. This car is a Rentec Stage 1, putting out 725 horsepower instead of 588. There it is, Rentec. Let's go to this. You're going to see this running today. This is a Turbo 50. And with the Turbo 50, they made 1,974. This is number 0357, so 357. And you can get this beautiful color in it as a no-cost option called Aventurine Green. And I just love the green metallics. I'm kind of going into a green metallic stage. So it's got the Sport Classic forged wheels that are super light, but beautiful interior, and it has a lot of white in the what they call tartan interior. It has white, green, gray, some red. It's like super cool. Has back seats, and so that's wherein the white and silver wheels come from. Does have the actual real gold badging, which I love against the green. This car rips, and the reason I got this car, it's the last of the twin turbo tunable with only 2 catalytic converters. All the new cars from Porsche going forward have 4 cats. They're down on torque. They're muffled. This has 2 cats and GIAC carb compliant tune. We put BMC filters in it, run 5 gallons, 100 unleaded. You're knocking the door on 800 horsepower. This car is ballistic fast and so easy. And the GIAC tune is carb compliant. They do a mild tune, adds 110 foot-pound-feet of torque. It's unbelievable. I mean, just a quick in the shop one day. It took 2 hours to put those cats on. I have the factory cats. These HJS cats will pass smog too, California compliant. Unbelievable. We had it out on the road. This will run a 9.7 in the quarter mile, faster than my 918. So we'll go take a quick look at the 918 this is like comfortable with comfort seats. It has a carbon roof, beautiful. And I'll tell you, we put the new product from Expel on the windshield, and today when we were with a group, one of them kicked up a huge rock, saved the windshield. Kind of just bounced right off and can't really even see it. And so we have the 918, paint to sample, Oryx white, spectacular car, okay? Carrera GT, seal gray, ascot brown, GIAC tune, GMG straight pipe exhaust, but with catalytic converters, smog compliant. GT2 RS, GIAC tune. To be honest, this car will out drag race it, the Turbo 50, based on the all-wheel drive, and we have the cats on that. We didn't put cats on this, but I'm tempted thinking about it. But this is rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. Sport Classic, Turbo S detuned with a stick shift, spectacular interior. Maddox, let's check, let everyone see the beauty in there. And so the Cognac with the Pepita, they call it, back seats, manual transmission, just a classic, beautiful car. Same wheels as the Turbo 50, has the RS ducktail in the back, which I love. This is my wife's new car, and she built it. It's an ST, and it was done from exclusive manufacturer at Sunderwinch. Took them about 1.5 years to build this. She picked out Moon Gem, and I at first had my reservations about like a color that has like lilac in it, but hey, she killed it. And everyone loves it. It's like it almost is like a chalk, but instead of brown, it has lilac. Then we went with the silver wheels, silver around the windows. This car has a carbon roof, but it's painted. It's the ST, which is really, they call this a GT3 RS. And this is, again, one of the last without 4 catalytic converters, which I'm not looking forward to, by the way. And it's got Porsche in silver, very subtle. But what she did amazing on the interior, check this interior out. All custom, cream with the only ST with a Pepita insert, kind of like the Sport Classic. And it's just spectacular. And it just works with this color. And then here's the badge that's the Sunderwinch exclusive manufacturer, which is just so cool because this is a one of one. There isn't another one like this. So really excited about this car. It's a super light car. Everyone knows how great the ST is. You got the ST badge, limited production, just a phenomenal car. While we were on the subject of the Z06, here's its competitor right here. But the Z06, believe it or not, will eclipse this slightly, and it will outhandle it with all the aero on the Z06. And to think, for 150 grand, you get an American car that's got a 5.5 liter version of this Ferrari motor. And again, this is a radio delete, and it has good ground clearance. There isn't one scratch on there. And again, it's lighter. This car doesn't have a radio. It doesn't have lift. All the door panels are clean carbon, don't have speakers drilled into it. And that's why I think that car is so special. This SF90 Assetto Fiorano, just a rocket. This is like a 9.5, 9.6 quarter mile car. This is the lightest variation. Carbon wheels, so much lighter. I think it's like 35 pounds lighter. Multimatic suspension, all titanium, no lift to interfere with it, no hydraulics, full range of motion on the suspension instead of being interfered with a lift assembly, bulky lift assembly. Look at the ground clearance. And guess what I have under here? Slip low. Not a scratch. This thing's perfect. Lighter. It's a coupe, the lightest. Has carbon racing seats in red. All carbon. Assetto Fiorano. I know these things have been down in value. You just wait. Give this a few years, and a spec like this, these will be worth the money. And the reason the new XX has to have a lift is because, yes, it has more front downforce. But with that comes a sacrifice. Got to have a lift. Can't have Multimatic. This is a better suspension. Unless you're tracking the car, this thing is not only better, okay, more compliant, it is faster because you have less downforce slowing it down, less weight. This will out drag race an XX. So for any of those thinking about getting an SF90, you have to get an Assetto. Get it while the prices are down, and you'll have a car faster than a 1.5 million XX. What would you rather have? 500 grand? But I wouldn't sell it for 500. This is an 800,000 spec, okay? But you only lose if you sell, like the stock market, okay? It's like Tesla right now. Am I going to sell Tesla? No. Am I going to sell this? No. Get one of these. It's money in the bank. Take this over at $296 anyway. That's the baby Ferrari. Man, matter of fact, some commentators commented, it's a girl's car. Hey, be good for my wife. It's a little baby. I don't like the way it looks. Yeah, hey, it performs good. But you don't have the all-wheel drive. You don't have 1,000 horsepower. In the races, this is 9.6, they're 10.1. This is probably 9.4. With some race fuel, light fuel, with this spec, ain't gonna be any faster. Let's go on to this bad boy. 765 LT, MSO, Candy Apple Red. One Candy Apple Red, not Volcano Red. Calipers are Volcano Red. They'd only do those in Volcano Red. But the spec on this car is off the charts. I'd open the door right now, but the alarm will go off. I don't have the key. It has comfort seats, leather. Have to have it in this car because the racing buckets they're just unmanageable. I mean, they're the most uncomfortable seats there are, so you have to do that. P1, those seats are more comfortable than the racing seats that come with these. But good news for everyone on this channel, I got invited by McLaren to get a W1, and it's a coming. And VIN number 346, one of 399, I got chosen, and I feel very fortunate because that is not an easy, you can't get that car. No one can. And it is going to be the fastest car, bar none. It's going to smoke any Ferrari. It's going to smoke the F80. And if no one believes it, I'll challenge anyone in mine at any track, anytime. That car's 1275 PS and a 3,000-pound dry weight, which means about at most 3,150 wet with 1275 PS. Sorry, Ferrari, you're like knocking the door at 4,000 pounds on that F80 that to me looks like a big square Lego piece. That 799 of them, V6, hello. V8 W1, successor to the P1, gull wing doors that are sick. It's going to be serpentine green metallic with saddle interior with black magnesium wheels. I'm going to make it the lightest iteration. It will be the fastest car, both on any track and an acceleration. The 0 to 186 is way faster than the Ferrari. Okay, Ferrari, yes, I'll admit it. It's quicker to 60 because it has all-wheel drive, just like my SF90. But once that thing, steam starts building up, see you later in a big way. Power to weight ratio, the brake horsepower per ton on the W1 is significantly higher than the F80, and that's all there is to it. So power to weight ratio, hello. And there's so much technology in the W1 that McLaren is gonna take off like no one's ever seen. And they have a new owner, Michael Leitner at the wheel, who used to be with Ferrari. And have to say, McLaren rolls out the red carpet for their customers. Ferrari, I ordered a Ferrari and they made me wait 2 years. I couldn't even get it from them. I had to buy this from a friend that owned a Ferrari dealership. I'll keep him anonymous, but he owned like 5 dealerships. And he got me an SF90 after I waited 2.5 years for an allocation. This car, I ordered it with MSO. Within 10 months, I had the car. The W1, I'll have that this time next year. And I'm really excited, as you can tell. Here's some other additions to my collection where this is an F355 Spyder, mint condition, 98, had the belt out, the nicest one I've ever seen. That's a 427 Tri-Power Vet in Marina Blue, gorgeous. Here's a Diablo that is a gated shifter that's spectacular. There's my Mira, which won the Bull Award. It won Best in Show at Concorso in 23 against a 288 GTO, a Lusso. It cleaned up. Best Miura, best in show. Bull Award at the 50th anniversary. Highest level restoration. The thing, when I did the motor, I put Carrillo pistons in it. Short sleeve, forged, 2 10,000ths tolerances. We're talking Jota power, and then I reinforced the chassis on it significantly. Double floored, exactly mimicking the original floor, modern adhesive, and then when the adhesive's set, you take the little screws out, you paint it, beautiful, and by the best metal fabricator, put chromoly inserts in the chassis rail. That thing is almost as stiff as this McLaren tub. That thing is a rocket. That's like under 4 seconds, 0 to 60 Miura. Murcielago LP640 won Best in Show at Concorso in 2017. 2-cat delete, Orange County exhaust. This has the 2-cat delete, Quicksilver muffler, 2B tips that are like this big around bazookas. Spectacular example. And I think that pretty much covers it. So here's the excitement. We're going to have that W1 coming, and next week we're going to do a drive with the ST and the Turbo 50 and the 2RS. We're going to do some drag races between the Turbo 50, Turbo S50 and the GT2RS, but have to say in the drag race the Turbo 50 is going to win, but in the cornering the 2RS will. So anyway, hopefully that's some good information. Oh, one last car. This is that 3RS we were talking about that, believe it or not, the Corvette Z06 with the Z07 package is literally within 3/10 around Big Willow. A 124. A 124 is good. Here, we'll end off with this because, you know, you saw me in a race suit. Everyone wonders, who is this guy? I mean, I've just raced wheel to wheel for 25 years. And most of it is Ferrari Challenge, Super Trofeo, Spec Mustang Group, so SCCA and IMSA. No, actually, professional sanctioned. It's not my hobby, but I have some pretty good accolades. And Lotuses. So this was the Ferrari World Championship at Mugello. And I represented US, and there I am, pretty happy. Finale Mondiali 2013, November, took third. It was a close race. Muzo took first from Canada. One of my teammates, we were like neck and neck for second and third. And then this is, I used to race Vipers. I was a national champion back in 2000. I was a national champion. I was a Western regional champion. I raced the Lotus Challenge Series. I was third in their Cup Series, multiple accolades there. Down here we have Spec Mustang Group. So I did that for a number of years. And just love racing. I get out there every once in a while. This is the vibe before the big garage with race suits from prior races. There's Finale Mondiali. Here, these are awards on the cars in the garage. The Miro with the Bull Award. Jaguars are all champions. There's an article with me on the Miura when it won the Bull Award. This was the 2023 award for Concorso. There's the Murcielago and its 2017 award, more awards. So this is for car awards, and you know, I'm proud of it, and this is part of my passion for this collection that you see in the garage. So life's good, what can we say? And I'll sign off, and you know, hopefully you'll enjoy some pulls in the Turbo S50, and then the next one, like I said, we'll get that ST out, but we'll have my wife driving, and you'll meet my beautiful wife. Anyway, hope to see you guys soon.